Hey, my friends, welcome. Wow. So once we get everyone here, nice to see everybody. Hey, do me a favor, hit like on this thing. Let everyone know we're doing this. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff tonight. Obviously, we're here to talk about Gotti, but I also want to talk about something that I just came over right now. I just got the results. So I'm going to wait to maybe get some more people filing in, but it's nice to see you guys. Welcome. If any of you are here from the community, fantastic. I'm going to be sharing, man, there's so much stuff. Where the hell do I even begin, guys? Okay, I kind of know where I'm going to begin. I just want to get some more people coming in, but this will be recorded. I'm going to bunch through it, but I got to share this with you guys. So anyone coming in, M-Kid, hey, sir. Oh, man, there's so much stuff going on, but I want to share this right now with you. I've been waiting. From what I gather, this came in about 13 minutes ago, so I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to do this right here, right now. House votes to make CFTC main crypto regulator a win for the industry. So now this is something we knew was kind of coming. I'm not going to necessarily go into the entire article. I just want to show you. I've been looking all day trying to find where I could see the vote, what's going on. Well, this just came through right before I got on. I wanted to share it with you first thing. So this is really exciting. So this kind of takes the SEC out of the equation right now. And so from what I also understand too, and what I also understand is that the president does not plan on vetoing this. That's what I've been hearing all day today. Does he like it? No, but he's not liking it enough. He's not going to pass it. So this was, if you read this entire article, it's on msn.com, and this is going to be, I think, a huge win for us. It's the beginning, and I know Kid has been talking about this. What are we? Are we security? Are we commodity? What the hell are we? So at least we're finally starting to get a little bit of clarity to figure out, because it's hard to play within the rules of the game if the rules aren't laid out, right? We all know this. So we all want to be compliant. Kid actually, and those of you who do not know, M-Kid is here, who is the founder of the Gotti project, the GOTTItoken, and which is my second bit of news. It just doesn't end because M-Kid, you did again. This time you doubled down and burned, I believe, 600 tokens? Is that right? Which makes Gotti 430 times more. See, you knew this was happening. See, this is the thing. I had a feeling you're like, yeah, I got this. So, yes. So, now we are 430 times more rare than Bitcoin. With total supply that's, now we're at what? 48, something like that, 4,800. This is crazy. So, first we get the burn, and it's funny because with M-Kid, you never know. Yeah, there we go, right here. So if I'm saying something that's not right, guys, just look in the chat. M-Kid is here. Welcome. Thank you, sir, for being here. I know you've had a lot of stuff going on. Yes, there it is right here. So 48,800 tokens, right? Just burning through those bad boys. And, man, fantastic. A lot of people I've been sensing lately, it's like, oh, what's going on? FUD is such a beast, right? Which is fear, uncertainty, of doubt, right? One of the human needs, right? There's 6 human needs. One of them is certainty, right? Crypto is far from certain, okay? I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move this out of the way. It's distracting me. I keep looking over here. So we have, so much to be thankful for. And, yeah. And we're going to be going through some stuff too as well. And anything that you see, if we have anyone here from the communities. So what we're going to talk about tonight, let me back up because when I get really stoked, I have to really look at my notes. So we're going to be talking about Gotti as a whole. What is Gotti? If you are new here, if you are new to Gotti and you're just checking this out, put a thumbs up in the chat box. Please feel free to ask questions. I'm just going to be running through a lot of information, and a lot of people here have a lot of tremendous knowledge, and I want to thank everyone for being here. And we're also going to be talking about communities. We're going to be talking about how you can buy it, how you can, where you can buy it, how you can store it and do it safely. We actually talked about this. Was it this morning or was it yesterday? I can't remember. Had a conversation. Kid was talking about this, and just like general, there's just so much stuff to cover. We want to have it to be fun and educational as well. The stuff I'm going to share with you, first off, remember, I am not a financial advisor. I am never going to tell you to buy, sell, hold. Do your own due diligence and conduct your own research before getting involved in Gotti or any other crypto project. Never take anyone's word for anything. Do your homework. I can't stress this enough. Do your homework. And with Gotti, it's pretty straightforward. All right? There's not a lot of crazy stuff going on within Gotti. It's very straightforward. And what we're going to do here, again, is we're just going to, and thank you for updating this, we're going over to I'm just going to do we're going to head back over to the website real fast. Now, guys, remember, unless I've forgotten something, the majority of the resources are in the description box of this video. Now, if anyone here from the teams, anyone here from admins or mods from the communities, you want to drop your links in there, totally fine. But I have links for all the communities, all the Twitter pages. We got the Discord channel in there. We got the women of Gotti as well. Hopefully we got some of them in the house. We got something for everybody here. It's like a buffet, right? You can either have this chicken or you can have the fish, or what do we like, guys? Yes. I wasn't planning on this, kid, but I got to do it. We like lobster. We like steak and lobster, right? That's what we like. We're going to be talking about the rewards program and how to qualify for that and how to not qualify for that. And we're also going to be talking about how to maintain a positive mindset when things are kind of going south, right? Market-wide, not with Gotti or whatever, but just in general. If you are new to crypto, it could be really overwhelming. It could be very, very stressful. So we're going to put in some strategies and some things that I use and maybe others are going to use. And I'm not going to be speaking for MKid. The opinions I share are strictly my own. If you agree with those, fine. If not, these are just my own personal opinions, not an endorsement by MKid or any of the mods or the administrators of any of the teams. These are just my opinions, okay? So we're back over here quickly. Now, I don't want to spend time, and I love it because, kid, you work fast, because we already have, and we're going to talk about this, we already have the updated. So this is the website, and the website's in the description box. If you're new, you got to come here and check it out, right? We're going back to 1,200 tokens burned, 22nd of May, which is today, okay? And you're seeing all kind of the tokenomics, all the information that you need to know. Everything is right here, guys. Tokenomics, I mean, this is it right there. This is what you will need to know. That's what people who are looking to invest, and we're going to talk about this, are going to be looking for. So what I want to do is I'm going to kind of come out of here for a minute, and I want to talk about, like, what is Gotti? So, and, Kid does this obviously 4,000 times better than I. And normally Kid will come in and do VCs and do, Twitter spaces and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to just give it a shot. So Gotti, the way I look at it, is a store of wealth. All right. It's what you see in the tokenomics is what it is. It's for people who are investors, and we're going to talk about investor mindset, guys, because this is going to be a huge, huge deal, in my opinion, getting involved in anything. Now, Kid was a stockbroker on Wall Street, so he's very, very, very well-versed, obviously, and a master at finance. So he has put this together in a way that's has a scarcity mentality. That's why there's only, 50,000 total. Now we have 4,800, 800, something like that. So it's creating supply and demand. It's like with anything. If you have tons of something, the price is going to be lower. And we're not even going to really be talking about that, because we're going to be focusing on like what we really want to be concentrating on, which is more market cap. Price will take care of itself. Market cap is kind of what, thank you, sir. Yeah, 48,800 total. Kid he did a burn today. There was a burn yesterday. I think he did one on Friday. This is like the third or fourth burn, something along those lines. So again, creating more of a deflationary token. A lot of cryptos are inflationary, all right? They increase. There's tons of, there's so many tokens, it's no matter what, it's going to be impossible. But Kid has created such the tokenomics and the fundamentals around this token that's a very, very scarcity supply, which lends to burns. Thank you. Lends to a mentality of, I don't want to say being exclusive, because everyone's included in this, but when you only have so many of something, then it becomes exclusive. Let's say, for example, if you have, I don't know, let's say everything died out. You only had propane grills, all right? But you were the sole owner of the gas, the propane gas. The price, you could charge whatever you want, and most people will pay it because there's a lack of. When you have a lack of, and now that Gotti is 430 times more rare than Bitcoin, that is having a scarcity mentality. And when I got involved with Gotti, when it came across my vision, when it came across my Twitter feed, I went straight to the website and checked it out. And I was like, are you kidding me? There's only 50,000. There's blah, 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 blah. And right now, we only have, and I haven't checked, we can go over in a minute to Dex Tools and we'll look. Right now, I think we're running at 450 tokens, plus or minus, available to purchase. And we'll talk about that also. Yeah. So a lot of this is, sorry guys, I look at the chat, I get excited. So I'm like looking at the chat, I'm like, I gotta stay linear. So having a scarcity mentality really, in my opinion, really is what drove me to this project. And there wasn't a lot of crazy stuff going on. It was a fair, right? We all know, and Gotti has hit, because this is the anniversary edition. Gotti hit 1 month old. Happy birthday, which had some champagne, on Monday, which was the 20th. So we are actually 1 month and 2 days in. I got involved because I saw the potential. The fundamentals of this project do not change. So if people are here and you're like a little nervous, you're concerned about it, nothing changes, right? It's on the Solana network, which means MKid can't do anything to it except make it better for us, all right? So it's on the Solana blockchain. Yeah, I know, whatever. We all know Solana, whatever. But Gotti is in a position to, as we talk about, and we've said, or Kid has said from day one, that Gotti is going to be the gold standard of Solana. And I believe that we can change that paradigm, a perception of the Solana blockchain. Oh, there's every project on there is a rug and all this kind of stuff. Well, we're proving right now that we are not. And it's building confidence within investors. And I want to jump in here real fast and talk about that. I also was involved a lot in, not as a stockbroker, but as investor in stocks. So I did a lot of research and I would hold. You have a different mindset when you're an investor because what you're looking at, for me personally, I want facts. Just show me the nuts and bolts of it. That's what I'm interested in. I want the steak, not the sizzle, right? What's it going to do? What's its unique selling proposition? What is this going to be different than everyone else's? So when I'm looking at a project to get involved, either in stock or in crypto or whatever, that's what I'm looking at. What makes this different? Because if it's the same as the other 20 or 30 I looked at, I'm not interested because now you're fighting over the same damn thing, and that's okay. So when we're getting involved in crypto, and those of us who are holders, full disclosure, I've been a holder and involved since launch. And I dare say I was involved with it beforehand. Yes, thank you. So a lot of when I got started in Gotti, it was like I saw immediately the potential of this. I saw it through because there's a lot of projects with a lot of shit, and then people are talking this and that and whatever. Crazy. This was very cut and dry. It's very straightforward. I appreciate that because a lot of us are very busy. We don't have time to get to the root of what it is. If you've ever been around someone and they're telling you a story and it just keeps going on and you're like, come on, get to the punchline. What's the main gist? And then all of a sudden they finally get there. With Gotti, it's right there. It's right there. You look it up and you can see it. You're not trying to be creative. You're not trying to be make it out more than what it is. It sells itself. We talked about this again too. It's like, Lamborghinis. All right. Let's say you have a Lamborghini sells itself. You don't have to go, well, this car can do X amount and this can go to 0 to 120 in 3.8 seconds and it's got this, that. No, it's a Lamborghini. What is it? It's a Lamborghini Diablo or whatever it is. Oh, okay, great. That's it. That's it. There is no trying to sell it. It'll sell itself. All right. It's like with anything. If someone sees a product and they see the value in it, because you could talk yourself right out of a sale. All right. You can overdo it. When I first started teaching martial arts and I had my business and my staff and I was building clients, that kind of stuff, I was so exuberant. I was so excited about that. I almost would talk myself out of people getting involved. And they're like, Scott, we got it. We see the value. We're going to do this. Oh, okay. All right. Perfect. So with Gotti, that's kind of the focus. There's no fluff. It's right there in your face. It is what it is. Now, having that investor mindset's not easy because you have to cease to be an emotional investor. Now, those of you who are here who are pros and who have been with Gotti, I'm speaking to the choir. This is don't take this as like I'm talking to you. This is for people if you're new. If you're new about crypto, if you're new with Gotti, my goal is to not talk down to anyone or disrespect you in any way, but just communicating that when we are getting involved in something, we want to cease to be emotional and look at, because when you base yourselves on emotion, when you base decisions on strong emotions, fear, anger, whatever, you really can, yes, that's right. You really can do yourself a disservice because now you're not thinking clearly. Now you cease to become an investor, and now you, especially if you just degen in, you don't even research, you just go. Now you're gambling. And that's the thing for me. I've tried, and I'm sure most of us have, swing trading and day trading and all that kind of stuff with stocks and everything else. I learned fairly quickly, I don't have that kind of mentality. My mentality personal is if I believe in a project, I'm going to get involved in that project. I'm going to hold, or hodl, as we say, hold on for dear life. And for me personally, I use, not financial advice, a dollar cost averaging method, which is a great way to mitigate risk, because some days it's going to go up, some days it's going to come down. If you decide that that's this route you want to go, and you're like, okay, I'm going to DCA in, I'm going to spend $5 a day, Monday through Friday. That's what, regardless of price, regardless of whatever it is. Now, this could be Gotti, it could be anything else, right? And then some days it's going to be up, and some you're going to get more or less, but it averages itself out. So when you're able to dollar cost average, that is a good method. So the two methods are lump sum investing. You just blast in all kinds of money at one shot, or you do it systematically, once a week, once a month, however you want to do that. Now, with Gotti, we are seeing a lot because of the supply is so low. Actually, you know what I want to do? Let's do this. Where do I want to go first? I want to do this, and I know some of us may be seeing like one or two sales and everything drops, because remember, when there's a buy or sell on such a limited supply, it has a big effect. So someone comes in and spends $1,200 on Gotti. Holy shit, it went up X amount. Someone comes in and sells $1,300 worth of Gotti. Oh my God. Look, I'm going to just tell it to you straight. And I've said this for years. Crypto is not for the faint of heart, okay? The goal here, again, not financial advice, is for what I try to do is I want to buy whatever it is I'm buying on red candles when the markets are down. And if I'm going to sell, by the way, I haven't sold one Gotti token at all. And I have two wallets. One's for steak and lobster. The other is for emergency if I need to do something. But I have not sold any of my Gotti whatsoever. In fact, I'm dollar cost averaging in. Every day, every other day, I'm putting in what I can afford, because we only want to invest what we can afford, right? Don't, if you haven't paid the mortgage, don't buy Gotti, right? If you need, school clothes for the kids, Jesus, get school clothes for the kids. Only invest money that you put in, because crypto is volatile, right? We need to say that it's volatile. It goes up and goes down. And when you get involved in Gotti, which is, I think we've talked about this before, the only other project with the least supply is, and I never heard of this damn thing. Was it called Potato? Is that right? Where there's like one of these things. I'm going to have to go look that up and see. That's just crazy. But when you have a supply as low as Gotti has, any buy or sell, you're going to see a jump in price or a decline in price. It's like being in an airplane and you're traveling. One potato. I don't know. I'm speechless about that. Well, is it a sweet potato? Is it whatever it is? But anyway, so when we have that low a supply, like I said, big difference. So what I want to do here, hang on for a second, guys. I want to come over here real quick, and I want to, 1 second here. Let's go over here. I'm just doing this. Okay, so check this out. Sorry guys. All right. So we are over here and we are at Dex Tools. Now, if you want to kind of find out what's going on and you're not being left in the dark, there are resources you can go to. All right. So as you can see here, first off, you can kind of see the buy sell volume over here. So let's come over here a little bit more. There we go. So you see like the buy sell volume. We are at a 97 on the Dex score. And as you can see here, now we're seeing sells. Obviously the reds are people are selling, the greens people are buying, but you can see like the amount and you can see the frequency. So if you are a new Gotti holder or you're just a Gotti holder in general and you've been around for a minute, okay, then this should give you some confidence, because look at the amount of sells and look at the amount of buys. You can always go and check out the wallets and stuff like that over here on the side, right? Now, if someone comes in and they drop $1,200, like I said, yeah, you're going to see it. It's going to sting. But what we have found is that those get eaten up quickly. And we're seeing a lot of smaller buys as well. All right? So we're seeing a lot of buys, a lot of sell. I mean, we're seeing a lot of buys, they're smaller amounts, and we're seeing sells. Now, there's all kinds of reasons for people selling, and you know, it's going to be up to each individual person. But when I want to say this, so MKIT has put in place a steak and lobster rewards program. Now, how to qualify for this if you don't already know? You have to have a Solana wallet, and whatever Gotti you have in there you couldn't have sold or transferred out of that wallet. If you sell, and you have to have at least one, you have to have at least one Gotti token. So here's the criteria. And kid, if I'm missing anything or anyone, throw it in there, please. You need one full Gotti token. You need to not have sold or transferred out of that wallet. Once you do that, that wallet becomes permanently banned for any future lobster rewards. Again, it's a loyalty program, guys. It's a program designed for loyal holders to, maintain their Gotti positions. Now, you can put in as much as you want, right? Of course, right? It just makes sense. You can put in as much as you want, but you can't move them. Now, a suggestion that a lot of people are doing is you have two wallets, okay? I use Phantom and I use Soulflare, and I'm going to tell you how you can how to get these. Those are the two wallets that I use. One of those has my main bag of Gotti that, quite honestly, I don't even look at anymore. I just leave it. It doesn't matter. I'm not touching it. It's sort of like a savings account. It's locked up. It's not going anywhere. And then I have my other wallet. Now, what that other wallet could be used for could be a lot. Maybe, for example, you want to have a wallet where if you need to take a little bit of profit, you can do that, right? And we'll talk about responsible profit taking. If you want to, say, for example, you have a family member or friend who wants to get involved, but maybe they don't have the money, you want to help them out, they're a little reluctant. Okay, well then, maybe you can set up a wallet for them, and then you could transfer X amount out and do that. I'm going to be doing something like that. I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing in the near future is I'm going to be creating a third wallet. A third wallet's going to be for my sons. I'm going to put probably 2 to 3 Gotti each in that separate wallet, and I'm going to leave that. And anything that comes down, any rewards or anything along those lines, that will be theirs, and they can't touch it. They won't. Honestly, they won't really know how to do it until later on because they're younger. But that's one of my plans. That's one of my strategies that I'm going to be doing for them. So you have your main lobster wallet that doesn't get touched. Then you have, which is consider your savings account. You have your checking account, which is the one that you can you feel good, like I can move in, I can move out, I can transfer, I can buy, I can sell, I can do. All right, you have that, okay? And then if you want to add other ones for other people, if you want to set up a wallet for, Uncle Joe, who has no idea how to do crypto, and you want to do that for him, well, you can certainly do that. They can. A lot of people, unless you're involved in crypto, can be very, very stressful, and if they're older, they're not going to want to deal with that. All right, going through setting up on exchange and this whole rigmarole. So there's different things that you can do to help them out. If you know someone who wants to get involved, a family member, a friend, or whatever, and you introduce it to them, which I encourage. Introduce and then educate. Educate them on the facts, not hype. You can be excited, but for me, that's emotionally like that. I won't invest in anything. If someone comes to me, oh my God, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. You've got to try it. It's great. What are you doing? You got to invest. I'm out. I'm not. That to me doesn't work. If you sit down with me and go, Scott, here it is. There's only 50,000 ever tokens. There's 1,200 got burned, so there's 48,800. There's only 450 total available. There's no tax on sale. I'm in. That is how you're going to reach me. So if we want to reach out to people, our family, friends, things like that, I feel anyway, that's a really good approach. Obviously, if you're dealing with someone and they work that way, go off how they are. However they are, you're going to know your friends and your family the best. If you're bringing it up Gotti to them, then, however they respond, then you can respond accordingly, right? But make sure that you're not pushing it, because they invest a bunch of money in any kind of project. Something happens, guess who's going to get blamed? You are. Introduce them, let them have the idea, and then you help facilitate that, which I highly recommend. So those are just some kind of random thoughts as we're talking, as we're going here. And also, real quick before let's see, how many people do we have here tonight? Oh, 19, not bad. I want some more in here, guys. Let's hit some more of those likes. Only hit the like button, the thumbs up, if you're getting any value from this video. Speaking of which, if you're like any of these Gotti videos, and I have a playlist set up, and you want to be notified, you want to know when I'm doing more of these, because we're going to be doing a lot more, please like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, especially when I do live streams, because that way you'll be notified when I do them. All right, so if you're getting value, I would appreciate it, because I'm here for you guys. I've said this since I started doing videos back in 2021, I think it was. I'm here for you. Crypto can be intimidating. It can be intimidating, it can be scary, it can be overwhelming for people who maybe want to get involved, but they don't know how. I look at what I try to do as I'm a crypto, blockchain, whatever, educator. If anyone ever calls me, I don't even want to be called an influencer. That's not my focus. I don't want to influence anyone about anything, right? I want to educate. That's where I've come up through. I was a teacher, right? Martial arts educator, things like that. I've been doing that since I was for a long, long time. That's my focus, is education. And that's what this live stream tonight is about. If you're on the fence about Gotti, you have the founder right here in front of you. You have members of Discord and community channels. We're going to talk about that right here. This is a wonderful opportunity to get involved. So we've talked about the Gotti token. We've talked about some scarcity. We've also talked about an investor mindset. An investor mindset is they're gonna take all emotions, like Mr. Spock, right? Live long and prosper kind of thing. Take an emotion out of it, right? Kid would know that more than anyone. Okay, he is a master at that. Former colleagues, things of that nature. When you sit back, right, and you just analyze a project, what do you see? When you sit back and you analyze Gotti, what do you see? You see everything black and white right there in front of you. You see a scarcity mindset, very limited supply. It's a store of wealth. That's the way I look at it. I don't look at Gotti, and this is just my opinion again, guys. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I want you guys to understand that I'm not speaking for anyone else. I don't look at Gotti as a meme token. Not at all. Not one little bit. Because that could be also misconstrued. In my head, when I think of that, I think of Dog with a Hat, or I think of like these other projects that are like 25 gazillion tokens, and you know, for you to make any kind of money, it'd have to go up 10 billion% or something like that. This is the exact opposite. This is a serious project dare I say, for serious people who want to change their lives, who want to better their lives for themselves and for their families. That shit sometimes takes time. People who are successful usually failed a lot before they became successful. It's about riding the hard times because they come. That's where I say crypto is not for the faint of heart. If you're investing, especially in Gotti, like if it freaks you out that 1 minute Gotti's down 15%, and then the next day it's up 20%, and then it's down 19%, and that's stressing you out, it's freaking you out big time, maybe you need to do a few things. Zoom out and don't look at the charts every day. Don't look at your wallets. Just step away from it because you will friggin' drive yourself crazy. And if you're married, you may not be for long if you keep it up, right? That's going to put a lot of tax, a lot of stress on your family time too. So if it's really taking control of you, step away from it, right? Step away from it. Don't look at the charts. If you're really having a difficult time, then the other option is to sell. But I will tell you this, if you sell your tokens, guess who's waiting there to get those bad boys? Me and everyone else in here. We are like vultures. When someone sells a token or two or three, you can go on SoulScan, go on Dex Tools, go back and check out the history. When you see someone selling, look how many buys per sell come up. So that's what I'm saying. If you sell, and you have to do what's right for you. No one could tell you what to do here. Okay. Kid's emotional. I'm going to get you crying, man. You better watch out. Okay. Oh, if you don't know that, you have to go back. Go on Twitter. Look up at old spaces that we did. I got him crying. But don't say anything to anybody. We don't want the word to get out. So if you sell your tokens, we'll be happy to snap them up. Not a problem. Thank you. Or hold on to those guys where you can earn lobster. Now, I need to finish this because I didn't. I left how you can be eligible, but here's how this works. So Kid is positioning himself and positioning Gotti to be as like the most compliant crypto out there in existence. So everything he and Kid has taken steps to make sure that we are doing everything by the numbers, that he's doing everything by the numbers, doing it the right way. This is the benefit, guys, of having someone who has tremendous finance experience coming on board, because then now you have that mind. You have the mind, like, and by the way, let me just back up a little bit. Now, I know if you've seen any of Kid's spaces or been into any of our VCs, you know his history, and I'm going to abbreviate it. So Kid got involved, and I hope I'm remembering this right, Kid, 2011, mining Bitcoin and just working his way up through. Now, I'm totally chopping up all of his story, all right? I really am. There's a lot of stuff in there. And I don't want to mention them because that'll make him cry when I mention the fact that I think he had 10,000 Bitcoin and, sold them or something like that. But we won't go there. We won't talk about that, right? But now we are in a position, and Kid's in a position where he's taken all of his finance experience, all of his training on Wall Street, all of his knowledge and expertise, created Gotti, and creating this burn mechanism to help Gotti thrive and be the most successful project in crypto history. Maybe that's a bit strong, but I normally, like I said, I'm like, whatever. I really see that, yes, So if you want, if go ahead and read this if you want to check it out. But yes, now I was trying not to go there, Kid. I was trying not to go there. Did we kind of die out here a little bit? I think my camera just kind of died on me. If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I don't know what happens to this. Yes, it's in the favor of the investors. That's correct. So what's happening here, guys, is my camera is acting a fool right now. So I am going to go ahead as we're talking, and I'm going to try to reconnect this guy. So can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Please let me know. If you can at least hear me, I'll take that right now. Oh, can you hear me? Okay, good. All right, good. Thank you. So as we're doing this, I've got so many wires and cables here that I am. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, here we go. Hang on for a second. Thank you, guys. All right, I'm going to just plug this back in. We're going to try this again. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Is this better? Am I back? If I'm back, let me know. If not, I'm just going to keep on rolling. Okay. All right. So I totally lost my train of thought, but that's kind of where we are. So what I want to talk about now, damn it. This looks like this is on, but that's crazy. Man. Oh, yes, whatever that is. Okay. Oh, we're back. All right, good. Whew. All right, Jesus Christ. Man, that's crazy. I hate that when it happens. Technical difficulties at its finest. You spend all kinds of money on cameras and microphones and everything else. All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to go back. This is going to be fun editing this guy. I'll tell you that right now. To turn this into a regular video, it'll be fun, but it'll be awesome. So steak and lobster. So if you, and we kind of talked about this. So when we have that mindset, thank you, then this is going to be, those of us who are here, I'm trying to find my thread. Those of us who are here, we have the opportunity, and I want to interrupt myself by saying, you know how we talked about like people who have these big sells, like someone came in the other night and sold they bought like $16,000 worth of Gotti, and like a few minutes later, they sold it and made maybe $80. You got me on that one. I have no idea, but yes, absolutely. Because what's happening is when you have people with large bags or like a sizable portfolio, right? When I mean like their position is big, right? 50 tokens, 60 tokens, whatever. When people are selling those out of one wallet, let's say, for example, someone comes in and they sell 5 tokens. So that one wallet with the 5 tokens being sold now gets distributed maybe between 10, 15, 20 other wallets. And what this does, guys, and this should give you tons of confidence, is that it's spreading it out again to the other wallets, right? So, which allows us the opportunity to stabilize it and not have it be so drastic. Now, when you have people come in and, you know, they're purchasing their Gotti and they're getting involved, you know, some people come in and some people sell for different reasons. There we go again, having a thing. I'm going to raise this up. And that's going to be on them. But whenever someone sells, usually we're going to be picking it up. So I want to kind of move away from that, and I want to now go into talking about communities, right? We have amazing communities. Now, we have the main Telegram Gotti channel. And again, everything's in the description, guys. All the communities we have here. That is an information-based channel. That's where Kid has set it up, so where any information you can find there, any updates, anything like that, you can go find it there. Now, we also have a variety of different other options for you to get more engaged, because it's a read-only channel, or you have different options. One of which is you have the Gotti, which I am a part of that, all right? Gotti Galaxy community on Telegram. The links are in the description, and if anybody wants to post that link or whatever, you certainly can. We have a Discord channel. Is it House of Gotti? So if Telegram's not your jam, maybe Discord is. We have a Discord channel. We also have Gottery, which I'm not going to focus too much onto that one, even though it's a really cool idea. Again, these are not, let me just be clear, these are not endorsed by MKid. These are community-run channels. They're community-run groups. So MKid is not a part of them in any way. And I just want to make that really clear. These are communities that we put together ourselves as holders, as community members, because it gives us an opportunity to all stay connected. All right. The biggest thing that I think can really be not a good thing is when you disconnect and now you're, when things go south, right? When things are going not your way, what's our nature? To step away and to go inward. And then we just kind of disappear, and then you never see us again, right? When things are going great, hey, what's going on? Nice to see you. So what we want to do is give people safe places to land, to where they can go in and they can go into a community where there's VCs, where there's, there's other community members where they can bounce ideas off. The idea inevitably is to grow Gotti. And to get the word out in a way that's people are going to take it serious, and that they're going to be like, hey, this is a project I want to get involved in. And also keep that connection with family, right? Because we are. Even though we have Discord channels, we even have Women of Gotti, right? We have a women's Gotti group. Can you hear me? Before I even go on, can anyone else hear me? Oi. Is anybody else? I want to make sure here. If you can hear me, okay. Okay. All right, good. All right. Perfect. So I want to mention this because she's right here. So we have Miss Dangerous, who's right here. She has put together, I think it's an amazing idea. So if there's any ladies in this chat, go check out Women of Gotti. That's posted in the description box. But if anyone here from any of these teams, if you're here from any of the groups, if you've started it, if you're an admin or whatever, go ahead and if you want to put the link into the chat, you should be able to. If not, all the links to the community channels are in the description. But if you're a lady and you want to get involved in Gotti and you want to learn about it, go check out Miss Dangerous. She's awesome. And it's for women only. Sorry, guys. You will get booted out super quick. That group is only for the ladies. Or if you want to get involved in the Discord, or if you want to come to, again, which is the House of Gotti, right? I believe, in Discord. And then we have the Gotti Galaxy community, which is the Telegram channel that I'm in. And we also have, you can check out the official Twitter page for Gotti. And we also have an unofficial official page for Gotti. Everything, like I said, all the descriptions are in there below. So you can join one. If you really want to go in, you can join one. You can do them all right? If you do Discord or you do Telegram or whatever it is, you have these options. And our goal is to get the word out and give people a place, like I said, a safe place to land, to be able to communicate. And if you're getting stressed out because you're seeing, like, even though the sells are, from a volume standpoint, are maybe greater than the buys right now, there's a lot of factors that go into that. A lot of factors, because remember, Gotti, we are paired with Solana. So we are dealing with that. So if they're going up, there's a lot of, I don't want to digress into something else, but if market factors play a role, are people feeling bullish? Are they feeling bearish? Bullish meaning really positive about crypto. They're spending money on whatever it is. Bearish, not so much. They're holding what they have, or they're exiting their positions, or what have you. Yes, Solana EFTs. Ethereum was approved also. I just heard that I think Ethereum ETF has been approved. So we are seeing, I feel anyway, a major shift in regulatory climate in the United States. Now I'm only speaking for the United States. We are starting to see some positive, a positive upswing with sentiment when it comes to crypto regulations. Because before it was basically with the SEC, and I don't want to get into that, it was like compliance through enforcement. All right. There was no structure. It was just like, hey, we're going to come in, you're a security, whatever it is. And if you want to go check out, I did a video on what constitutes a security, going through the Howey test and all that kind of stuff, but you're more than welcome to check that out. So we're starting to see some major positive shifts. I really don't like talking about politics, guys. I really don't, but this is something that we all need to be aware of. Look, those of us who are here who are involved in Gotti, we believe in it. Now, a lot of us are involved in other projects too. So it's not just what affects one of us affects everything. When we have negative market conditions, everything suffers. And it's like, okay, well, what causes this? Oh, well, the Fed is going to raise interest rates. Oh, that's why everything is in the red. It's these kinds of things. And this is where it goes back to being educated. Instead of like, oh my God, what's going on? Everything's red. I got to sell. When you don't know the reason behind the pullback or whatever's going on, or the market conditions, everything's in the red, everything's down. Crypto can fluctuate like crazy. So, kid, help me if I'm wrong here, but normally, like if you invest in stock, at least when I did, I could expect a 10% plus or minus on an annual basis. I may see my investment in whatever stock I had maybe go up 10% a year, maybe it'll drop, whatever. That happens in a day in crypto, right? We see massive fluctuations with crypto kind of on a daily basis. So, yes, so I'm looking at Kid. He goes, there was a reason that I chose Solana. And, we have a major opportunity here with Gotti being on the Solana chain, because also another thing to think about, fees, right? When we are, yes, sir. If you make transactions, like for instance, if MKid started this project on, like, say, the Ethereum blockchain, their fees are out of control massive, right? I still have in a MetaMask wallet 2 cryptos that I had purchased way back in like around 2021. And they're still in my MetaMask wallet because they're on their ERC20. It would cost me more to transfer them someplace else or move them or do anything with them than for me to just hold on to them. So I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not touching any of that, right? So when on the Solana blockchain, you can make transactions for pennies, right? You could do tons of, depending on the volume, you're only going to be paying cents. On Ethereum, man, you'd have to do, like, I would have to try to get up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning and to try to find the best time so it wasn't congested, so I can hopefully make my purchase or do whatever I need to do, and hopefully it didn't fail and I lost my gas fees. So there's tons of benefits for being on Solana, and those are the ones that are just popping up in my head. So we have that. So with Solana, market conditions, all that kind of stuff. Now, how to get involved. All right. So if you want to buy GOTTItoken, let's get right to it. Let's just get right down to it. So you want to buy a GOTTItoken, right? Or you want to get involved. All right. So you're going to need Solana. You're going to need to buy Solana. So I'm going to just give you a verbal step-by-step way to do it. And I'm going to tell you where you can get it done. Set up a centralized exchange. I use Coinbase. I have accounts with different ones, but Coinbase is what I use. Go through their KYC, know your customer. So get expected to get doxxed. And it's not just this part of it, you are centralized. This is not a decentralized. You are centralized. Once you get involved in, say, Coinbase or whatever, or crypto.com or anything like that, you're going to have to give your driver's license. You're going to have to show pictures of that. You're going to have to jump through some hoops. You set up your Coinbase account. Then you got to connect your bank, whatever that is, your financial institution. Now you have different options. You can set up, at least with Coinbase, you can do like a debit card. You can do a credit card if you want. You can do PayPal. You set those up. You go through the process of doing that. Then once you have that in place, you transfer money over. And you can put as much money, and here's the thing, right? You can put as much money in as you want. It's transferring out, right? Onboarding is great. You can do it, but it's when you want to off-ramp. That's the thing, right? But I'm not want to focus on that right now. So let's say you already have a Coinbase account. You need to buy Solana, all right, with USD or whatever it is that you have. You buy, Uphold's good too, right? So any Solana wallet, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. You get on Coinbase, you buy Solana. If you have crypto already and it's a good project, you may or may not want to mess with it. We need all the good projects we can get. So if you have, say, for example, whatever, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put any other crypto projects under the bus. I'm not going to do that. But let's say you want to get Solana. You can convert from a current crypto that you have and maybe you feel is not going anywhere. You've had it for a while. It's like, I don't really care. Or you can transfer, you can make it USD and then you can buy it. However you get it, you get it. You get your Solana. You need to have a wallet for it to go to, a Solana wallet. Right. So, as I said, I use Phantom. I love Phantom and I love Soulflare. I've never had an issue with either one. Okay? I've never had an issue with either one. You have those wallets. Now you've got to get the address. And we're going to talk about security in a minute too. Now you get your address for Solana that you want to receive. You go to the receive address. It'll be on the front. It'll say receive, maybe send. Receive is what you want. You copy that receive address, bring it. Then you bring it back over to Coinbase. You go into your Solana position. You're going to hit send, and then you just copy and paste that address into the bar, the address bar. Make sure it's the right address though. Double check. Another thing that you can do, which I highly recommend if you're new, if you're sending crypto to a new address, do a small test amount first. Don't send over your entire amount. Send over $4 or $5. Solana's so cheap anyway, whatever. Make sure that goes in first. Because if you send it off to a wrong address, there's no calling customer support. That's it, right? So make sure the address you send it to is the correct one for receiving Solana on that Solana wallet. You do that, great. Now you go over back to your Solana. Now you're going to need to connect it. Now, if you go to the website, you're going to see where you can purchase. Let's see here, where you can purchase it. Now I am going to, let's see if I can find this here. Where are you? I'm looking real quick, guys. Hang tight for a minute. I want to see. Okay, so real quick. These are where you can purchase Gotti. I use Jupiter. I was able to use Radium a couple of times, but I just didn't feel it. Jupiter is so much easier, so I use Jupiter. And these are different. Again, these are different places that you can go. Let's just scroll down. And again, just Dex tools. These are resources for you. But yeah, here you go. So what I was talking about before, when in doubt, just go over here and check this out. So these are the official X page, Telegram. We're on CoinGecko. I really like CoinGecko, be honest with you. So these are resources, places that you can go. So I go up here. I'm going to use Jupiter. So I connect my wallet to Jupiter. Then all I do is that I look for and I'm going to keep this short. I talked about this. I actually did a video about how to buy it. So you can, guys, if you want to go check that out, you can. It's like 5 minutes long. It's really short. But it's all it is you're swapping your Solana for Gotti. Now you need to make sure you have the correct address. All right. Big time. Make sure you have the correct Gotti address, because if you don't, you can be in a world of hurt. So make sure, confirm the proper address to it. Then you can go ahead and you'll see it. And once you do it a couple times, you'll know. Like, I know exactly without even having to do anything. Okay, this is the right Gotti address. So make sure you're doing that. Then you can transfer. You can take the amount of Solana, convert it over to Gotti, and a la peanut butter sandwiches. Check your wallet, make sure everything's good. I haven't had to mess with slippage at all in any of my transactions. I've been fortunate with that. And I've gotten pretty much everything that I expected to get. Then once you do that, and we talked about this the other day, I actually have disconnected my main wallet for my steak and lobster rewards. That's not connected to any exchange right now. Any decentralized or DEX, right? Centralized exchange, which is the Coinbases, your crypto.coms, your Binances, your decentralized exchanges, at least in this case, for something like you got Jupiter and Radium and all these other places you can go to, Uniswap and whatever, okay? So I have that disconnected. Now, I still have my smaller one, but My main one is essentially kind of a cold wallet, if you will. And talking about security, so we talked about this before too in some spaces and some VCs, which are video chats on Telegram that Kid's been a part of, that a lot of cold wallets, and I'm talking about Ledger, and most of these wallets have back doors for the government to come in there and see what you have. It was admitted. It's public knowledge. You can go look. So you may think you have a cold wallet that's a cold wallet, which means it's not connected to the internet, right? But in reality, they can access that stuff. So you have different choices. You can actually, if you have a extension on your computer, just disconnect from any exchanges. Don't have it connected. You can even, some people use their old phones. They take their old phones and then they put everything on there. Just make sure that you have and that you never ever give out your seed phrases. So how you know something is a self-custodial wallet is if when you set up, like Coinbase is a custodial wallet. All right. So I want to, and this goes back briefly because this is about education. You may think that you are staking a particular project and you're getting rewards. You're not really, because when you do that, and this is the beauty with Gotti, because I'm circling back. If you have a project that you're staking on a centralized exchange, it's a custodial wallet. So that means they get, it's like a pool. They get all these tokens that comes into their main wallet, then they distribute it out to everybody else. So you could be, I'm not going to say the project's name, but I did experiment where I was staking my particular crypto project and I was looking at the rewards I was supposed to be getting. All right. I maybe received 40% of those rewards. The exchange got 60% of those rewards. So I obviously was like, F this. I'm not doing this. I'm not here to make them more. They make enough money as it is. Because especially on centralized exchanges, they make their money off transaction fees. Right? So just know that going in. Whenever you set up at a centralized exchange and you want to buy, sell, move, you're going to be paying some kind of a transaction fee. Just letting you know that. Now with Gotti, here's the beauty part of it, the beautiful part of it. And this is the part that I kind of left out. When we receive Lobster, MKid has it set up so we're not going to know, right? We're not going to know. We're just one day going to wake up, I think I'll have a cup of coffee, go sit outside and look at my, holy shit, I got X amount of Lobster in my wallet. Then what will happen is then the notification will come out afterwards and let us know, hey, whatever the details were for that particular Lobster reward. So this is where you don't know. We don't know when those lobsters are coming. So this is why it's very important that we maintain a wallet that doesn't get touched. And to quite frankly, it helps to stabilize Gotti, I think anyway. Because when you have that rewards program, we are like gatekeepers for Gotti. We are protecting it. We're not allowing it to get, go get crazy and have all kinds of crazy stuff go on. So this is where have a wallet that's you don't touch. You just ignore it. You may check it every couple days, whatever you want to do. Have it not connected to an exchange. Just kind of leave it alone. And you can have your other wallet for, transfers, or if you want to take a little bit of profit or whatever you want to do, that's fine. So that's kind of like the part of it with the Lobster rewards where we're not going to know. We're going to know after the fact. You'll just wake up one day and you'll receive, hey, because right now, MKid has given out, and guys, help me. I'm not sure if Kid is still here. Has given out, God, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of rewards given back to the community. So that is something also to think about. So if you're thinking about pulling from your lobster wallet, your choice, do whatever you want to do, but I'm just saying you will permanently ban that wallet. What you would have to do is then you'd have to set up another wallet, transfer all of your Gotti onto that other Solana wallet, and start clean. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. Again, if you have questions, put them in here. I'll take a look in a second. We have a lot of activity, and it's nice to see everybody here. I love the fact that we have this many people. Would like some more likes, guys. If you're getting value out of this, remember, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more Gotti videos, long form, shorts, informational things with Gotti, because we need to have education. We need to be able to know what's going on our projects that we're in. And Gotti is, Gotti's an amazing project. So just putting that out there. Yes, lots of money. I have actually forgotten how much MKit has given back to the community already in just 32 days, right? And so that tells you something. Gotti was created by investors for investors. That is what we are. And we also need to be mindful because I believe institutional investors are looking at Gotti as well. Why? Because of the fundamentals, because of the tokenomics. That's why. If I'm a serious investor and I'm looking at something, now I'm going to use this as an example. I did well with Shiba Inu back when. Okay, I'm not slamming it. It did right by me. I made more than others and less than a lot, but I came out with profits. But in reality, if I'm an investor, I'm looking at how many tokens. There's quadrillions. They'd have to... I did a video about this. They would have had to do anything with that project, at least the way I'm looking at it, you'd have to burn like 99.998% of those tokens to be able to get money that's going to really make a difference in your life, unless you got in really early and you did really well. But yes, $800,000. You guys hear that? I'm going to say that one more time. MKit has given back to the community $800,000. You tell me what other founder has ever done that with crypto. Exactly. Point said. Moving on. So, we have the communities. We have buying it. We have holding Gotti. We have an investor mindset. I really want to hit this home because if we look at ourselves as investors and not like, well, I get in crypto and haha, it's whatever, it changes your headspace. It really does. It really will make a big difference. Like, okay, if you believe in the project, nothing changes. Maybe market conditions change. Maybe other things change. But if the fundamentals, if the structure of the house is solid, the structure of the house is solid, right? It doesn't matter if the wind's blowing. Okay? It's like the three pigs. This house is made of brick. I'm going to huff and puff and blow your house in, right? Well, okay, good luck. The foundation of the house is strong. Henceforth, that house is going to be strong. Regardless of what's going on around it, winds, rain, snow, whatever. And this is where we have to take some deep breaths and say, you know what? This is just part of the process. One day it's going to come up. One day it's going to go down. But if we're holding true and we're staying strong and we're like, okay, I believe in this. I see its major potential. Look at the guy who, if you think about it, and it's really hard. I mean, I sort of think about the guy that we talk about this, or with the guy that gave 10,000 Bitcoin or whatever it was for pizza. You feel bad for him. Hopefully he's got some more, but I'm thinking Now, it sucked for him, but if you're the guy who bought the pizza and you own the business, I wonder if he still had those 10,000 Bitcoin. Does anyone know? If anyone knows, I'd like to know, because I was thinking about that today. I'm like, man, that's got to really suck. But what about the guy who got the 10,000 Bitcoin? Did he keep them? Did he lose his flash drive? What happened? So if anyone knows, put it in. I'd like to find out. So we are covering a lot of stuff about GOTTItoken, and I'm going all over the place with this. I'm hoping that you're getting some value from this. The one thing about these live streams, it just kind of lets us vamp and lets me kind of go off a little bit. We want to focus, yes, on Gotti, of course, because that's why we're here, but we also want to have education and have skills to be able to take this someplace else, to be able to take this into other avenues of our lives. You know, with Gotti, we're going to have good days, we're going to have not so good days. We have those without it. But again, as I said before, if you believe in Gotti, you believe where it's headed, and like Kid is right here. We're right here. We're here to support one another. We're here a family. That's really what it comes down to. And I, for myself personally, believe that it's something that the money that I've put into Gotti, I'm good with. I'm just going to let it sit there. And we don't know when it's going to be. We don't know how long it's going to take for this to really just like go where we want it to go. You know, have a $500 million market cap or $25 billion market cap. We don't know. Could be months, could be years. But if you have a plan and you know that, okay, you got to be in it to win it. So if we decide like I'm going to hodl, I'm going to hold, you know, maybe I'll have one wallet to take some profits here and there or whatever, but I'm going to be holding, then that puts you in a tactical position, one, to be a whale. And the beauty with this, we hear about whales, or what do you think of when you think of a whale in crypto? Oh, the guy's got millions of dollars in the project or hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm a whale. Well, I got 20 tokens. Holy shit, dude, you're a whale. Yeah. 10 tokens. 1 token. Right? It only takes one token. Put it in a wallet, leave it there. Talk to your, have a conversations, telling your family and friends, hey, all you need is one. Just get one. One, put it in there. How much money do you spend on dinners going out every month? Or how much do you spend on gas every month? This has those things, they're not coming back. They're not going to give you anything. All right? Yeah, great. Then you go this way or that way, and then you're out of gas. Yes, I had this great meal, and then, it comes out someplace else. But whatever. But it's not coming back to you. This has the opportunity to come back to you. Those of you who are new, you have to do what's right for you. Asking questions is critical. Have that, feel comfortable with whatever community you decide to go in. Ask those questions. Put it out there to, join on the spaces. We had the the first month on the 20th, we had a spaces on our Gotti Official channel, which MKid was so kind and gracious and generous to be our special guest on that. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate you being there, all of us from the entire community. And that's another thing, too, is MKid is, he does so much. We talked about the other day where he's done probably in excess of 50 Twitter spaces and VCs. I'm going to say minimum. That's minimum, I think, because I've been on the majority of these and I've listened in. I think you've done a lot more than 50, sir. That's just my thoughts. But when you have a founder, not a dev, okay, a founder who's this committed to having us be successful, having all of us be successful, and wanting us to win, that is, that's something that, to me, speaks volumes. You know what they say? Your actions speak so loud I can't hear what you're saying. 1,200 tokens burned. I don't even know what that is market wide. I'm not even sure what market value is that with that many tokens now. I mean, we got to be pushing. Geez, I don't know. MKid, do you know? Do you have that offhand? What basically from a market value? And there's a reason I'm doing this of the tokens burned. I don't have my calculator, and I'm too many kicks to the head when I was younger. But if MKid puts that up, that'll be great. But with the amount of tokens burned thus far, with all the rewards, I've got to say we've got to be pushing, God, I'd dare to say like $900,000 worth of giving back. So these burns to me are giving back. 250,000, really? 200 in these past 4 burns, 250,000. So we are now pushing over $1 million back into the community, back into the project, not taking. I've been in projects where these guys people will just take from you. Take, give me, and give you nothing back, and then you're rugged, and then you're, whatever. We've had burns. And Kid came on Monday during the anniversary, the 20 days, or 30, the 1 month, and gave away $500 worth of Gotti, which was fantastic because no one sold any of that Gotti. And remember, all you have to do is go on SoulScan. You can see every transaction, what's going on. Yep. Every transaction. You go on Dex Tools, you can see who sold. Blockchain doesn't lie. All right? That's the beauty with crypto, is anyone can go look it up. You can see, like, I can go on earlier. Today I went on and I bought like 1.19 Gotti. I said, the heck with it. This is a great price. I'm all over that. All right. How can I say this? Not that I love that we're in the red, but to me, that's a sale for me. When I look at that, I'm like, ooh, I get excited because I know it's not going to last long. Right. And then it's going to go up. But anyone can go, if I said, okay, you can go and find out what time of the day, what time of the night, how much, from what wallet address. You can find all that stuff out. So we all have the ability to do our own research and to see what's going on. Go look at the transactions. See the amount of selling. Chances are you're going to see, like if you see 2 big sells, the possibility exists. It could be from the same wallet, and they're just liquidating. They're cutting down their position, which is great because the more they do that, then they have less power to, how can I say this, manipulate the chart. Right? If you come in and you've got 90 Gotti tokens and you came in and you're just blasting through 10, 15, you'll obliterate the chart temporarily, and then everybody else will be like, ooh, and then they'll pick up the pieces and then spread it out. That's going to be really cool. That's going to be something that we're seeing. So I just wanted to make that a point as well. Nice. So I'm covering a lot of different things here. I'm so glad to see everybody here. I'm hoping you're getting some good information. And I'm actually looking to see if I'm forgetting anything. If I'm forgetting anything, let me know. So, we've been watching, my family and I on a personal note, we've been watching the rise of the Planet of the Apes, and I love Andy Serkis. If you know who Andy Serkis is, you're going to know. Just go check out Caesar on Rise and the new Planet of the Apes movies. Great. Where he says, apes together strong, right? That's his motto. If we stay strong together as a community, as a family, and we all work together, and we're all helping one another, and we're all going out into the world and introducing people to Gotti. And even if people don't want to get involved and they want to buy one, they can do fractional. I asked Kid this the other day, right? So Gotti has the same amount of zeros as Bitcoin, right? 9 zeros. So, and you had given me the amount of people that for one Gotti can have. So even if someone comes in, they don't have to buy a full-on one Gotti if they can't afford it. I totally get that. You know, if they want to come on, you could say, look, just do $20. You know, that kind of thing. You know, people don't have to come in, and we want to make sure we're teaching people that you don't have to come in and make a massive investment into this, especially if you're new to crypto or you have no idea or you're like on the fence. Hey, look, and you can work that out any way you want. Maybe they want to come in and do $10 or $15 or whatever. But I would also suggest even though that was redundant, get people involved in the communities so they can see what it's about, so they can ask questions, they can talk to the moderators, they can have conversations with other community members, get a chance to find out. Yes, 100 million parts to one Gotti token. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So there you go. That's how many people you can get involved, right? But before they even get involved, you know, have them come in and do a test drive. Have them come in and check out the communities. Check out an AMA. Check out a VC. Check out a Spaces. Ask questions with the community. Those things I can't stress enough because it's about education. It's about education, and when we are talking to people, if they don't know anything, like for me, and this is just me, if I don't know crypto lingo, what the hell is shilling? What is a moon? What's FUD? What's people may not know what that is. Again, it goes back to talking to someone, how you know how they may pick up and how they learn better, how they learn faster, how they process. We want to get people to at least take a look. They don't have to necessarily buy offhand, but come in and take a look. You know, lift up the hood, kick the tires a little bit, then you can decide. MKid, thank you, sir, for being a part of this live stream. You know, you are always supportive and always very, very willing to do whatever you can. And we all, I'm speaking for all of us here, we all appreciate you, sir, and everything that you're doing. So thank you for being a part of this live stream tonight. And guys, speaking of which, I've been rambling on for probably close to an hour and a half. So does anyone have any questions for anyone here, either myself or anyone else? Because I think we have, and actually, you know what I want to do? I want to give some more love to the communities, because we have something for everybody. It's like when you open up my wife loves Godiva chocolate. So when you open it up, it's like an assortment of things. We have an assortment of communities that you can choose from. And I really encourage anyone here, if you have the women in your life, if you see Miss Dangerous and you click on, click on her ladies group, or have your wife do it. Don't you do it, because she'll boot you out. So that's going to be that's a whole nother level. And then you got Discord again. So check out the communities, join them, be a part of us. I'm in the Gotti Galaxy community on Telegram. So we would love, this is sort of like from all of us, everyone who is in that group, and there's damn near 170 of us, we all would love to invite you in and be a part of that. And we also have the Discord group is doing some really, really cool stuff too as well. They do all kinds of stuff. Amazing. And then just come check it out. But if anyone has any questions, let me know. I'd love to try to answer, and if I can't, we have such a wealth of knowledge here, that would be great too. Or if I wasn't clear on something, let me know, because I want to make sure that I'm representing Gotti the best that I possibly can. But hit that subscribe button too, guys, so you can see more videos that's coming up. So I would appreciate it. And this is where I say, I appreciate you guys all very, very much. Because if we don't have any other questions, I'm going to start wrapping this up. I hope I've covered everything. Be on the lookout. We're going to be doing a lot more live streams. We're going to be doing a lot more videos, a lot more tutorial stuff. I do this for you. This is why I'm here. This is when I started this channel back in 2021, whatever year it was. It was not about me. It was about how I can help. Even if you pick up one little thing tonight, just something that made you go, okay, that's cool, then it was worth you being here. And it's exciting times, guys. Forget the chart. Don't worry about the chart. All right? It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's going to go crazy. So yeah, well, you know what? Dude, tell you what, put her in Miss Dangerous. If you're still here, put her in Miss Dangerous group. Let her get a Gotti, so she's got, you got, and then you'll be like this powerhouse rocking team. So, just a suggestion, because I'm married, so there you go. Just a thing. But get her involved in the ladies group, man. Dude. And I think there's going to be a lot more cool stuff. I want if she's, I don't know if she left or not. I could be talking to myself. If Miss Dangerous, if you're here, jump in, say hi. But again, go check out the links, guys, or come on to the freaking Telegram channel and we'll hook you up. She's in there. She's a beast, and everyone in there is so helpful. So, but again, I appreciate you guys all very much. Thank you so much for being here. And if you do have any other questions or anything, hop over to the Telegram channel and, ask me there. There's other people there, amazing team. You better get her in now, brah. All right? Because, it's, you guys are going to be a power couple, man. How cool is that? Having like wife and husband like in crypto, and I'm going to be putting some Gotti away from my kids for later on down the line. I mean, how cool is that? Yes, sir. So everyone, I'm going to go ahead and cut us out. Thank you so much. You honor me by being here. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm not sure what happened, but I appreciate you guys all very, very much. Hit us all up. Come over to that Telegram channel. And I want to say this. Guys, have a great day. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps. I'll see you guys over in Telegram.